Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, Max, already. I can see you. So, we've got a very interesting live stream. I'm trying this because I was literally just about to pop on to come up with some ideas, and I couldn't really think. So I was like, you know what? I'll live stream it, and then that way, then you can kind of understand my thought process a little bit more in terms of how I come up with ideas. So, before we begin actually building anything, um, I kind of just want to go over uh, what the point of this stream is. So we're going to try, and I say try very loosely because it might not end up happening, but you are going to have to bear with me with that. We're going to try and design something new for my world, which I'm going to build. I do just want to put a spoiler out there now. You are, of course, if we end up coming up with something, you're going to see a full mini game designed, which won't be built yet. So if you don't want to be spoilt on anything, and if you prefer to just go into things blind with the videos and not be spoiled as to what's come, I'd recommend not watching. Which I know might sound a bit weird for a live stream, but I just want to put that out there because I know that there's some people that do like to just not have any spoilers. So, what are we going to be doing? So, we're going to be coming up with ideas. I mean, my plan world. I actually struggled to find a place to kind of do this because I was like, oh, there's so many spoilers everywhere. Like, where do I put the spoilers? And so, where do I build this without no spoilers? Sorry. So I've decided to come here. Um, Feel free to, of course, help me out wherever you can. The purple and green patterns make me laugh. What, these ones? I mean, they are cool. This is my I can't remember what this game is called. But this game is like the one where you had to get the pot and make it with all the shards. I was actually quite happy with this game. It wasn't the most fun to play, but it was still an interesting game. So, right, I guess let's just jump straight into it. Of course, if anyone's got any ideas, let me know, or if you know of any features you'd like me to try, let me know, and maybe I will. So, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I like the idea of doing something with a spawner, just because why not? I've been trying for the longest time, and I don't know if I can show you because it might give away some spoilers. But I've been trying my best to come up with something to do, Stampy's Knock 'em Dead game, the one where there's zombie spawner and then zombies drop and you have to try and knock them in holes. That game just doesn't work in Bedrock, and I've been trying. I've got a thing at the moment for trying to fix Stampy's broken games, and that's one of them. And I've tried so many times, and it just never works out. Like the annoying thing is, let me kind of give you a demonstration. Where our snow golem spawners? Oh yeah, do you hate how the spawn eggs, some of them have got the new textures and some of them don't? It's because the ray tracing pack hasn't updated yet. So I basically haven't been able to. The shapes the colours make is funny to me. I guess, each of their own. But yeah, say if I've got a snow golem, what's annoying is that this. Don't move away from me. Come here. Where are you going? Right, let's see if we can trap him in. There we go. What's annoying is their range doesn't they don't have very good range on Bedrock. So if I put a zombie here, you can see that the snow golem will see it, but it has to be really close in order to see it. And that's what keeps messing me up. Is it's I can't have the arena too big, otherwise it's just not going to work. So I've kind of abandoned that. But maybe we could see if we can finally do it today. Call the game Monster Infighting. You know. Maybe. I don't know. That's if we can come up with that. But if we can't come up with that, I thought maybe we could have a look at some other mobs. I mean, there's camels. I haven't done anything with camels yet. What do camels do that's interesting? Let's put a saddle on one. So, camels, you can ride them. Oh, I've got a fast camel. Okay. They can do the little dash attack, but what else can they do? So one thing that I know they can do is say if it's nighttime and like if there's a zombie there. Oh gosh, you can barely see anything, can you? 3 words for a game: puffish, barrels, potions. I'll have to have a look. Also, hello, Bloodstone. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But yeah, say if I'm on a camel and there's a zombie, the zombie can't reach me because I'm on the camel, which is another idea I quite like. Oh, why my heart's just suddenly gone down to 1? That was very peculiar. Also, there is something else I want to check, which is that say if I'm on this camel and the camel sits down, like will the zombie then be able to reach me? I don't think he can sit down because um the zombie's pushing me. And I don't know if there's any way I can like fix that. I'll tell you what, let's spawn another camel. Let's saddle him up. Let's see if that one's going to sit down. Because if he sits down, I could maybe give this a test. Then again, if this is like a random chance when they sit down, it's not going to be particularly. Oh, here we go. Is he doing it? Oh, I thought he was. It was just. Oh, look. Okay, this one sat down. Oh no. Oh, okay. So they can't sit down if you are on them. Okay, that kind of ruins my little test then. But basically, like this is an idea. Oh, can they hit me? Oh, they can hit me if I get knocked. Okay, that's interesting. Oh wait, I've just realised I'm all the way over here. No spoilers. I'm showing things off. I should probably set us a bed over at the area. I'm going to look up and just fly straight forward to see if I can get to the see if I can get back to the area. I might even go with some of Bloodstone's idea. It says pufferfish, barrels, and potions. So like pufferfish poison you. Barrels, I don't know. And then potions, like maybe with like water breathing, perhaps, or maybe even I don't know, with like the like with maybe regen or something. I don't know. Like there's a few ideas I could test with, but that okay. So camels, I don't think are going to work. And then let me tell you through my other idea. This was another idea I came up with, which I quite liked, and that is using lecterns. So say if I've got a lectern, like, and then if I've got a comparator behind it, let me see if I can show this off in the best possible way. So basically, like, depending on which page the lectern is on, determines the strength of the signal. So where's my book? Where are books? I always lose where books are. Here they are. So if I've got this, you can say it's going all the way to the end. But I think that's because this is just a clear book. Let me just like put like a few pages. And then which one was it? Was it this one? No, this one. You can see it's on page 1, but basically the higher the page basically makes it so the more signal strength. So I was thinking, oh, that's going to be cool. So I was thinking maybe we could do something with a lectern, is another idea, but I wasn't sure what. Like, the thing is it's got to be a case of why would you ever want to change the page in a book? Like, why would this matter though? Like, is there going to be a certain word in the book, and maybe 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 what it could be. Say if there's a book and this has got like a whole load of words in it. So say and if because said etc. Maybe like there could be like a bunch of different pages, and then maybe each page is linked up to a certain like room with a sign in that also has the same word. And maybe you've got to like open the lectern to like direct someone to go to a room to get a word to then like spell out a sentence. Could that work? That's an idea I could possibly do. The only problem with that is that like I'd have to do like you'd have to set up the book and you'd also have to set up the pages as well, like the rooms. And I just feel like that'd just be a lot of setting up. So maybe I won't do that. But that's an idea at least I could kind of work with. So I don't think that would be the end of the world. But I think that could be cool. Unless, like, say if we've got like I don't know, say if like let's do that idea. So let's just put it out just like resin for now. So if there was like okay, let me try and do like a little mini mock up just so you can actually understand my thought process. So like imagine there's like a person with a lectern and say they're like here. Okay, that looks a bit off center. And then maybe there could be like say if this is the say if the like the players start here, and then maybe there could be like rooms coming off in like a mini maze. Let's just do this as just like a mini mock up. So say if there was like a maze that was going like this. I know this looks atrocious. And then maybe what it could be is like each of these rooms, like maybe some of these end corridors, like this one, maybe these could have the words in, and then you've got to try and like make your way around the maze to try and find open rooms to read the words. Hello, Greg. But maybe like there's someone up here with the lectern and the book, and maybe they're controlling the doors that open by just flicking the pages to try and direct the players to the word is an idea. I do like something else that's quite good as well. Is safe like let's just grab this book for now. I didn't mean to break that comparator, so let's just put that back. But say if I've got like a book that's open and I'm on a specific page, like if anyone else opens that book, they can swap the page for everyone, which is just like quite a funny little thing. So maybe what it could be is maybe it's like a two-player game, like 2v2, sorry. Like maybe there's like a set amount of words, like like it's not just like a random amount of words. Maybe it's like there's a set amount of words, and then the two people are fighting over controlling the doors by opening the book, and then the other two are then in the maze. The only thing is that I don't want it to just be a case of just like say if this is a floor here, I don't want it to just be that the people that are up here in this room are just fighting over the pages non-stop. Like I don't want them to just spend the entire game just fighting over this book. I want them to kind of come out the page, look around, and then go back to the book to switch. I wouldn't want it to be that like they're just stood there just fighting to like get the page correct. And that might also break my redstone if they are constantly just flicking the pages open and closed. So that might be a problem. But I don't know, like does that sound good? Or am I just like just making absolutely zero sense whatsoever? There's a chance I'm making no sense, but I think that sounds at least plausible for an idea. The only problem is that like if it is a set amount of words, say if the sentence was I went to the post office, okay, just as an example. Like the problem is if I get rid of some of these words, say went and like it's very easy to already just work out what words like if you understand proper grammar, you're gonna already know this sentence is gonna say went and then the. Like you don't need to go through the maze to find the words to match the sentence. Like you're already gonna know what word should fit that sentence. So that's another problem. I do like this idea though, but I don't know if the whole word thing's going to work. Like, is it just going to be too annoying? I'm not sure. But I mean, we can have a bit of a play around. The only thing is that I've got to build a maze, and I hate building mazes in Minecraft. Like they're not the most fun thing, and they can be a bit confusing, and just working them out's a bit of a pain. So I would have to make a maze if I wanted to do this, but I don't think that sounds too bad. There is another idea which I've just come up. What if, like, these are not like these are not words at all, and they're just pits? So, like, maybe. Ooh, here's an idea. I've just come up with one. What if, like, some parts of like these end corridors, some of these have got like something in them, and others of them have just got pits, and maybe like the aim of the game is you need to try like look down the pit to see like to guess whether it's safe enough to drop down. The only problem is that I'd need there to be a reason for you to drop, and I think that what I could possibly do is I could have it so maybe like maybe there could just be like one safe drop and all of the other ones are deadly, and then like basically you've got to then guess which one and drop through it. The only problem is that I don't want people doing this and looking down the hole, because I'd have to put something at the bottom to make you survive the fall, otherwise you're just going to die. And I don't want people just hovering at the edge like this just looking down. I'd want them to to properly drop. So maybe that wouldn't work. I'm not sure. There's a few ideas here that could sound good, but none of them are sounding very plausible at the moment. But I don't know. I don't think these ideas sound terrible though. I think some of them sound okay. So let's have a think. If we've got a maze, and then this was like the platform here, maybe it could be that they're trying to make their way round. Maybe it could be maybe they're just trying to get into a room or something. Or maybe it could even be that they're trying to grab something from a chest. Could be another option. Because maybe I could have. Okay, here's an idea that could possibly work. Do let's see if this works. Did these get blown? Can you move these blocks with pistons? You can. Okay, because I came up with an idea that I think could work. Because one of the problems that I'm thinking of is just setting up the game. Is it going to be too annoying? And also, like, I don't want the redstone to be too complicated, where it's got to pick a certain hole and open a drop, and like I wouldn't want that. So I'm just trying to think. Like, I came up with an idea. Maybe there could be like some chests which are scattered. So let's say there's chests and trap chests, and then maybe like some of the chests have got like good loot in them, and maybe like, or maybe it could be like there's some chests which are good chests, and there's other chests which are trap chests, and so maybe like the aim of the game is you need to bring an item back to your like to maybe your base, but like you've got to go hunting round to go and like find the loot from the chests. But maybe some of the chests, if you open them, maybe it just blows you up. Could be funny. Or maybe it could then drop you. The only problem is if I did pistons, is it's very easy to just go and just dodge out the way. And I don't want that. I'd want you to like properly take the fall. So that could be a cool idea, doing something with trap chests. The only problem is that, and I'm sure like some of you might have already thought about this, but chests and trap chests are very slightly different. You see, the trap ones are red, and I wouldn't want it to be that you're just looking at the chests to work out which ones are which. The only other option is I could do it where all of them are trap chests, and then basically like you're just hunting around trying to figure out which ones are good and which ones are bad. That's an idea I could possibly do. I just want it to be like fair, but also like the way that I'm doing this at the moment, it really only works with like 1v1. Because like there'll be the person here. I've also neglected the using the lectern as well. is a problem. Unless what it could be is maybe this lectern is linked up to every single one of these corridors, and then maybe when you open a certain page, that will pull down the piston. The only problem is that you can only go back one page at a time. So it would mean that if, say, this one was hooked to page 1 and this one was hooked to page 5, it means that all of the other ones are going to open in the time it takes you to do this one, which is a problem. There's a few issues here. I'm trying to come up with some ideas, and I'm just not really doing a very good job at it so far. Unless maybe it's just there's just no lectern, and you are just going around. The only problem is that if I have these so these blow up, it's going to blow up the chest as well, and then after every single game you'd have to reset the chests, which I know isn't like the end of the world, but I'd rather not have it like that. There are problems. Not too sure what to do yet. So I'll tell you what, we'll leave the lectern idea for a bit, because I'm not too sure where that idea is. I feel like the ideas I've come up with sound good, but I just don't know how to put them into practice where it would work. And also, I'd like the idea of it being a race where it's 2 people are in here at a time. But I need to just work out how to incorporate both people so they are against each other is a problem. Let's have a look around the features. So Bloodstorm did say potions. I think what Bloodstorm was actually doing is he was naming 3 things, and I needed to combine them, kind of like what I do on the podcast. But I don't know if they're going to work. Maybe I'll have a go in a second doing that. What other features are there? Is there anything like redstone related? There's daylight. Have I done anything with daylight detectors? Hello, Bloodstorm. Have I done anything with daylight detectors? I'm not sure. The thing is with daylight detectors is that, oh, wait, do these? Hold on. How did that? Whoa, what? Oh my god! I've discovered something. Look! Oh my god! Is this a glitch? Oh! So, oh my god. So, if I just push against a daylight sensor, it activates me into crawl mode. That is so. And then if I jump on it, it makes me go really quick. I'm interested now. What would happen? Oh, was that? How did that? How did I get it to do that? It's not doing it now. How did I do that? That was cool. Was it? Did I accidentally do like that? I've got no idea. But that was really cool. I could kind of wait, do I run quicker on these? No, I don't. That was really weird. For pufferfish, you'd say eat one to make you dizzy, and you have to collect your way around some barrels to find potions. It's because you bugged it and the game thought you broke it. Probably. I thought I just found like a glitch with daylight sensors. How did I do it though? Did I accidentally like turn that one to a night one whilst I was doing that? I'm trying to do it now and it's not letting me. Maybe was it because I did I place it? I'm not sure. That was really strange. I kind of wish I didn't break that daylight detector now because, like, if that was glitched, I probably could have structure block that and did that wherever I wanted. Then again, it might have just disappeared anyway. So let's try this. For pufferfish, you could do it so you eat one to make you dizzy. It's about how long though does the pufferfish effect last? That's the question. 15 seconds, which isn't very long. What about if I had like a pumpkin on? Isn't there like a type of well, see with the pumpkin, it does make it a bit harder to walk in a straight line. Unless what it could be is maybe it could be that maybe you've got nausea and maybe you're trying to like walk along a path with it being all warpy. Could be an idea. Isn't there like a type of suspicious stew which makes it so like you have nausea? Let's see if I can find suspicious stew. So suspicious stew can give you nausea. Okay, so if I get a okay, so I think if I get, let's just try it with a crafting table quick. So I need an empty bowl, and then to make it give you nausea, you need a closed eye blossom. So let's grab one of those, and then let's grab a bowl wherever bowls are, and then I also need one of each type of mushroom as well. And then this should give me a suspicious stew, which allows me to have nausea. Let's see. There we go. How long does it last? Oh, that one lasts even less than the other one. That one only lasts like 5 seconds. I will erase. You've got to be the first to make it over to the other side of the platform. But also as a bonus point, you have to consume the least amount of fish, making you need to consume them. Could do. I'm just thinking like, so the nausea part would have to come into it at some point. So I'll tell you what, let's do like let's do a test. Let's just put like a whole load of redstone lamps on the floor. And then we'll put pressure plates on top of these, but we'll just do one path out of a random block. So let's just put like pressure plates all over the place. And then we can try this with nausea. Then let's just grab like another block for now. And then let's just try just doing like a straight path. And then I probably will set it to night time just so we can see for certain. Well, let's say if this path went like this and then went around. And then maybe, tell you what, maybe then it could like snake in a bit there. And then this then gets to here. Let's test. and let's see how long this will last. So if I then just put a block there just to start on. So let's set it to night so I can at least see. Well, I can't really see, but you get the point. Oh yeah, let me put it on peaceful, just so that way that I can eat this without needing to be hungry. Okay, it does give me poison as well. Okay, so I am nauseous. It does make things a little bit trickier. Oh, see, I did hit them then. Let's try it again with another one. The only problem is that it takes a bit of time for the. See, I am hitting them though. The only problem is that it does bring me to half a heart. But this is actually quite tricky. Like, I know it might look like I'm doing this on purpose, but I generally can't see what I'm doing. Because like it's really tricky to see if you're actually in the middle of that block. And like I could maybe have it so maybe the path is randomized every go. Maybe someone sets up the path. See, I hit that one, and that doesn't look like I should have hit it. So you've got to be like extremely cautious, and now I'm hitting all of them. There we go. But like if I try and make my way back, yeah, look, I hit that one. Even though it looks like I shouldn't have. It is warpy, like it definitely confuses you. I mean, another idea I could have is instead of using pufferfish, I could just have a command block that just gives you the nauseous navigation. I'll put that as a working name for now. There we go. So yeah, say like what I could do instead if I wanted this to last longer is I could just have it so this does effect at P nausea. How do you spell nausea? Is it like that? Yeah. And then like that. And then this way, then this will just give you infinite amount of nausea. Like, look, you're never going to run out of that much nausea. But like, basically, like if I'm here, like I need to try and get across, but there needs to be something which is preventing you. It is actually quite tricky. There we go. I'm just. Oh, see, I hit that one. I do quite like the idea of it being pressure plates because if I had it as a pit, like you're just gonna like. I feel like you wouldn't accidentally ever walk off, unless another idea I could have. Oh, let me get rid of this nausea. I'm probably making you all sick. Like unless another idea is instead of it being blocks, I could do walls because walls are thinner and you fall off them. Players could even set up a path for opponents too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe the opponents, like maybe there could be like one person, they set up the other path, and then like everyone else then has to like do it. I think maybe doing it with walls would be better. Players could even. Oh yeah, that's the one I've just read. But let's then say if this one then like snaked in like that, and then let's say this is the end goal. So the end goal would be to light this redstone lamp, okay? And then like basically you could do this. The only thing is I don't want you to do this. I never want you to be able to just jump over. That's the only thing. But then again, if I've got nausea, am I going to even be able to? Let's give this a try. Let's see how well I'm going to do this. Because can I jump to that? I can. Even with nausea, it doesn't make me sick enough. Can I actually do? Is there like variants of nausea? Like, can I do like 6? Can I do like that and then do like level 2? Oh, nausea 3. What about like if I did number 5? Nausea 5. Does the number actually have any difference whatsoever? Or does it just always make you the same level as sickness. I don't know, but like, see, that's quite easy to fall off. But like, if you're here, you really have to. I also don't want. This is actually is a good point, but there's nothing stopping players from just crouching and just not falling off. But the walls do work better. See, that's quite hard because you think you're lined up, but then you accidentally just fall off. I also don't because I was going to say they could line up their cursor, but the cursor moves with the nausea, doesn't it? So that actually makes it a little bit fairer. Oh, see, this is. Let's see how easy I can do this. Oh, see, I fell off because I was too. I was falling. I was going too quick. Right, let's try this again. If I sprint though, can I just like ignore the nausea? No, I can't. Ignore the nausea. But yeah, like it is actually quite good that the cursor moves because if that didn't move, that would make it quite tricky. But see, even if you're on the edge, you do fall off. Are fences thinner than walls? Or even I could do glass panes or like fences. Let's try it with let's see it with like a fence. So let's just do another layout with like a fence. And then this can then just like come this way, can then go back a little bit, go a little bit this way, go a little bit this way. To prevent crouching, there'll probably have to be a race. Yeah, probably. That's what I was thinking. But then again, like if you're way in the lead and other people are struggling, there's nothing stopping you from crouching. There you go. So let's try that. I know that's a bit of a longer path. And then let's say the end is here with the same goal to get that pressure plate. So let's just try that. I'm going to have a quick tea break whilst before we begin. Yeah, I think we've got. I think this is a bit not a bad idea. I think we've come up with something pretty cool there. But I guess we'll see how this goes. So let's give this a go. So if I've got no, oh yeah, I need to go and press the. Do you know what? I might just for now just move this over to here. There we go. Right. So let's press this, get nausea, and let's try it on a fence. See, a fence feels the same as this, but that just looks wider. Is it? It is easy to fall off a fence though. So like, you'll be walking along, but then yeah, look, you do fall off. So maybe the fences would not be a bad call. And the good thing about doing fences is I can do different types of fences, so I don't have to worry about like using a certain one. I'm not doing. Oh, I fell off. I walked too far. Let's see if we can. Oh, I fell off again. And again. This actually is quite tricky. The only problem is I'm thinking is, are you going to be feeling sick whilst playing this because of this effect? And is everyone at home going to be feeling sick? Iron Bar's impossible mode. Like what we could do is we could do it like oh, what's that one Stampy game? You know where the one with the wither roses, Rose of Rose, where like maybe the first section could be walls, the second section could be fences, and the third row could be iron bars. Could be interesting. Oh, I fell off. No, as I said though, I'd want to prevent the crouching. Because, like, if I crouch, I can just sit here forever and just slowly make my way across. I don't think this is. Oh, I keep falling. I'm not doing very well here, am I? Because, as I said, I'm trying to do it with my rule of not crouching. Hmm. Oh no, I fell off again. No. Okay, I'm not doing very well. And then I like the idea of you have to walk back to the start. I don't like the idea of like you just being out. I like the idea that if you walk, you're then like you're back to start, and then it can be like a proper race. I do like the idea that like you set up each other's ones. The only problem is that I don't want you to be able to just jump from one side to the other. I could even to make it. This would be cruel, but I could have like maybe pistons that push out and stuff as well. Could be interesting. Or maybe there could be like here's an idea. What would what about like if there was like a slime block and you've got to like jump on the slime block to get to another section, like would that mess up your aim? Oh, it looks a bit glitchy, doesn't it? It looks a bit warped. I will be honest, I'm starting to feel slightly sick at the moment because this is just making me just so nauseous. No pun intended, because that is literally the name of the effect. But I think this is the way to go. I mean, that is cool, kind of like how you do that. But is this whole thing going to make you feel sick? That's really what I've got to think of. Because if this is going to make you feel ill whilst you're playing it, then like there's no point in even trying this. Because like, what would be the difference between me having this and me just putting on a pumpkin? Like, if I'm on a pumpkin, it's pretty much the same, apart from I can. To be fair though, you can see like the good thing about using nausea though is that like it warps your view, so like it's very hard to get the exact like angles right. I don't know. I'm also leaning a little bit away from the whole idea of you needing to like set up the maze, because I'm just thinking, fancy harming the helpers. But like, is this going to make you feel sick? That's really the point. The only thing is that I really don't want people to do this and to just jump on the fences, because otherwise that's just going to ruin the game. And I feel like even though I could definitely set a rule saying you're not allowed to, like someone is going to try that. Like I already know someone's going to definitely try that, particularly if like because a lot of people and some of my helpers do this. Like if they're really not good at a game or if they're not enjoying it, they'll just mess around. And so like basically if they're not doing very well at this, they might very well do this just to jokingly cheat to win. And even though like I know they're joking, it still kind of ruins the game for everyone. So like I think I'm either gonna set it so the maze is like custom built already, um, or another option is I could have it so like there's a rule where you have to have the maze like 3 blocks apart from each other, because otherwise like I feel like it would just be too easy to just like do this. Because, like, if I'm on a fence, say here, can I jump to that fence there? I can. So it'd have to be like, what, 4 blocks away from each other? I mean, look, even like breaking these fences, I'm struggling. But you get the point. Like, if I'm here, I can't physically jump to that one unless I do like a really massive jump. Like, say if I'm like right in the edge here. No, that's just not possible, is it? But I do like the idea of you being able to jump at some points. Like, say if like there's someone who's in the lead and like they're trying to like get to a certain point, like maybe like you could do that to try and skip the corner just to like overtake them. What about glass above where you jump see here? That's a good idea. That is a very good idea, actually. I could very well do that. The only thing is, then, is as I said, I quite like the idea of like you of like say if someone's in the lead, like you can then do that and skip the corner. That's the only problem. Because then that adds like a risk of do you just go slow or do you want to like run as quickly as you can to like try and overtake other people? And like if someone's here, I could just very easily just try and do that. But as you can see, I fall off easy. I don't know. There is an idea here for something. It's just working out how exactly is this going to be good. There was another idea I literally just came up with, and that was when I was trying to place these fences. Like it's like if I'm breaking them, it's really hard for me to break the specific one that I want because my like you can see, even though I'm looking at this specific fence, I can't break it because my cursor isn't actually looking directly at that fence. It's actually looking elsewhere. So there could be another game idea where maybe there's like a big row of fences, and maybe like you've got an axe, or maybe it could be like a digging game, and you just want to try and just break your way through with nausea. Actually, do you know what? It's not actually that hard. No, it really isn't. Even with the nausea, it does throw you off a little bit though. But it's not like the end of the world. Let's try the gut. Right, I'm gonna get with this nausea for now. There we go. God, that feels weird. Not having it on anymore. Let's try with the glass idea. So I guess it'd be there, wouldn't it? And then let's see if this will how this will work. So maybe this will be better. So like if I'm walking across this, like oh I can't even climb the fence. There's a problem. Oh, actually, we've just kind of solved 2 birds with 1 stone here, I think, haven't we? Or stripping wood with some wood types you have to avoid. That could work. Let's give that a try. Let's have a look at wood. Say if I've got like a big wooden floor. Because I did come up with a game idea using strip wood, and I haven't done it yet, but I did come up with one. But yeah, let's give this a go. Let's see how hard this is. See, the only problem is that you can see the black outlines of the blocks. I guess we can have a look and see if this will work with like let's say if there was oak and then maybe I'm wanting to avoid, I don't know, say the birch ones or whatever, like here. Like maybe like there could just be some scattered around and like maybe you just want to try and avoid those. So maybe like I could go like 1, 2, but then if I hit those ones, maybe that does something. I don't know. There are definitely ideas here for something. I do like the idea of this. The only problem is that like you have to crouch to get on this part, and you're quite slow. Unless, what if I got rid of the glass, and instead of glass, I use slabs? Oh God, I can't even build properly. Right, let's try. So that would be 2 blocks, wouldn't it? And then it would go there. Right, once again, I'm just going to get rid of. No, I didn't want to give myself more nausea. I wanted to get rid of it. There we go. So maybe, like, if that's there, can I still walk? I can, but it bangs your head. Okay, maybe this is the maybe this is the way to do it. So like you'll be on this, you then walk in. Oh, and you can like say if I'm in survival, I can really show it off being creative. Like if I'm here, I can like jump and go really quick. So even though like I can't avoid the corners, like it's not too difficult. Let's try with the nausea. And let's see how well this works. Oh, I don't know. That does work. Oh, see, it is risky. Because then you've got to go like right to the end point and try and not fall off. Okay, maybe the slabs are worth it then. And the good thing is I can have the slabs match the wood. Is it's an option. I think this works. I think this is definitely a good idea. And the good thing about this is that I can have it so the players do set up the maze. The only problem is then they'd have to do the slabs, unless I just had all the slabs already filled in like this, and then they literally just put down the fences. Is another idea. I like this as an idea. I'll be honest with you, this is not what I was expecting today to go. But see, this is the good thing about doing a live stream. It's like I was going to do a game about like I don't know where was it about snow golems or mobs, or I was going to do a game about lecterns, and then like Bloodstorm suggested doing pufferfish, and we then came up with the nausea idea. So see, this is the good thing about designing games on a live stream is that like it allows me to like listen to what you've got to say as well for any recommendations. I do like the idea of doing something with stripped wood, but I feel like it's a bit too easy. Is the problem? Let me show you what like. Let me tell you what my other stripped wood idea game was. So I had the idea of maybe there was like a pattern in the wall. So like say like there was this wall here, because one of the things that like I want to avoid is I don't want you to do this and to just like strip an entire row. So what I was thinking could be the case is maybe there's like a pattern in a wall. So let's say the pattern in the wall is like a smiley face, just as a demonstration. And then let's just say this one is built down. Like the aim of the game would be to try and match that stripy face, like that, basically to try and match the pattern whilst you're falling. So you'd have to like use your axe to try and like use the like strip the wood before the like to make the pattern. So like say if I was up here and this was like a raised platform like this, and then let's just build this wall up just so I don't accidentally oh actually this needs to go here. Then say if this wall was like that going there, and then maybe in the floor I could do like just like I don't know, like say water or hay bales. And so what you need to do is you need to like drop and try and strip that wood. So let's give this a go. So I need to try and make that smiley face. So the second block in, well, it's this same width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 it is. So let's just give this a try and let's see if this will work. So I'd need to drop, and it's third one down. So I'd go, "Ah!" Oh, see, I would have failed because I've stripped too many. And then I'd come back up and I'd be like, right, that's the eyes done. Now it's time to do the other eye. So then I'd drop and I'd be like, right, time to do this one. So then I'd drop and I would have got like maybe like if you strip any ones wrong, they're minus points. So that's an idea for a stripwood game I wanted to do in the future at some point. Like I don't think I'm going to design that today because like I already know what I want to do for that one. Like I kind of wanted to do something different where I've got no idea what it is. But that was another that stripping wood game will come in the future. But I'll probably design that off camera at some point. I just wanted to show that off because that was another idea I had. Like when it comes to like thinking of ideas, like there's so many people that just say that they can't come up with their own ideas. And the simple thing is just look, like don't just sit there and just go, what do I want to do? Like because you're not going to come up with ideas. Like look for something in the game, look through the menus and think, right, a flower pot. What can flower pots do? So a flower pot, you can put flowers in and then think like, how could I do a game about you needing to put a flower in a flower pot? And also, like observers then detect the flower, so you can think, right, maybe when you put it in something or you take it out, like that does something. So like, if you're trying to come up with ideas, like just look at something and just think, what does it do, and how can I use it for something? Is the easiest solution. But yeah, I'm getting quite into this idea here. I'm liking this idea of doing something with fences and like the nausea effect. Let's do a quick check with iron bars. I could also use copper bars as well in the future when they come out. But for now, we'll just try with iron ones. So let's say that these iron bars go across to there, and then let's bring these back. So like, if I then have nausea, like, is this thinner than this? I'm assuming it is. I guess let's see. This also makes you a bit more raised. Ah, see with these ones, I think these ones you can like, yeah, these ones are about the same. I know it might look thinner, but if you actually look at that middle part of the fence, it's actually the same width as the iron bar. The only thing is that these ones raise you up, these ones don't. And also, I think if you're stood on these, you're going to be floating. Yeah, that's a problem with using fences, is that you're going to kind of look like you're just floating on them, which I'm not too sure if I like that. But yeah, like, the only thing is, will this block you even on an iron bar from like jumping over? Let me just do a few checks. I think it will no matter what. Oh, no, it doesn't. Did you see that? Like, I don't know if that was because of like I was here, but I did manage to. I just want to make one double check, just to make sure that that was just a one-off. This is where like I'm constantly just trying this now. I think it was a one-off, but I'm not sure. I mean, of course, though, like, oh no, see, see, that's a problem. The problem with using iron bars or glass panes is that like you could, yeah, look, you can. Okay. Then again, if there was a roof over this entire thing, would it matter anyway? That's the question. And then let's just put like a second trail here. Like, of course. Oh, see, you can. Look, I did it. Okay. Ah, see, this has kind of just ruined it with iron bars for me. I was going to use them, but I think we'll go back to fences, which is a pain because you will look like you're floating on them. But there's not really much I can do about that. I will actually check with fences quick and just make sure that these aren't the same. No, see, I think fences are going to be more reliable because basically fences are basically like a block with a half slab on them. So you can't actually jump on them. So fences, I actually think, are going to be more reliable. Yeah, look, I can't do it. Even if I'm trying, I physically can't get across there. So I think I am going to use fences or walls just because they're more reliable. I think that's a good idea though. So I like the idea of like the players can set up the maze. I do like that as a concept. I think that would work pretty well. So I think we'll keep with the fences, even though it does look like you're sort of levitating on them. I think they'll be okay. And then I guess we need to think about what's the end goal going to be for you getting to the end of this trail. If you do a wood stripping game, call it stripping. Is that what I should call it? I remember EJ did one, and didn't he call it like strippers or something? So let's start thinking about what the end goal is going to be. Like, is it going to be a case of you need to bring something back? Is it going to be a case of you just get to the end? Because the problem is that like I think the rule is going to be no punching because otherwise like you can knock each other off, and I feel like that will become more part of the game than actually trying to get across. So no punching will probably be a rule enforced. So I like see the problem is that if I had it so say if there was an item, imagine this is a pit, and imagine there was like a chest or a barrel here. Like the problem is that if the aim of the game is to then bring the item back here, like there's nothing stopping me from getting to the end and then just dropping because the ladder is going to be here anyway. So all I'd have to do is grab it, drop, and then just run back to the start. So I think the end. I don't think there should be anything you're trying to get. I think it should literally just be a redstone lamp, and then it's just first to just light the lamp wins. I think is probably the best way of doing it. I also need to think about how you're going to watch this. Like the, hold on, did you see that? How did I do that? How did I manage to jump on that fence then? I like jumped across both of them. I'm I'm double and triple checking this because I really don't need to just skip the course. Was it because I was using the block? Hmm. I'm gonna I'm gonna assume you can't jump on that fence. I'm gonna assume that is not possible. So I guess we can now start thinking about the arena because there's no point me designing like this. Because this is already done. I guess the only thing is like because the thing is that how long the track is going to determine the players themselves, like when they set it up. So I guess let's try and make a track. So how wide was this? Because I think this worked quite nicely. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 along. So I'll tell you what, should we have the game like let's just like build out of raw gold because why not? Let's just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then let's just do like another 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think that's big enough. And then if this was then like a circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, could be a circle actually. I didn't even mean to say circle, I meant to say square, but could actually be a circle. So how long was this? This 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's just say this was like to here. And then this then went back like this. Do you think that's too big? Or do you think that's too small? Because I don't want it to just be a really long course. I want it to be that, like, you can keep going and going and going, but I don't want it to last too long. I think that might be too big. So do you know what? Let's try 20. So 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's try this. I think that looks better. Like, it's not huge, but it's a decent size that the course can fit into here. I might actually make it just a tad bit bigger. That looks a bit too small. And also, like, I've got to think about the course itself. So I'll tell you what, let's go 23, like that. And then let's try this. And let's see how well this is going to go. I think that's fine. So then, basically then, there'd be all the woods like this. Imagine these are like this, the fence, and you'll be going this way, and maybe then you want to go back a little bit this way, and then maybe you could do like, I don't know, some back and forth ones like this, and then maybe then it's going to go to a long stretch going across, and then go a little bit this way, then all of a sudden it's going to go there, and then now I'm going to do a really long stretch to here, and then it's then going to like spiral in and out like going like this, and then it will then go. That wouldn't even work anyway, but you get the point. Like maybe then it will go like that, and then across, and then back this way, back this way, back this way, and then to this point, and then across to there. I think that looks good. And like remember as well, like it's going to be completely random, like the like the maze. Like someone's just going to set this up. This would have to be over a pit, because say if I fell in here, I'm stuck and I can't get out. So I'd have to do it so this was in a pit of like I guess it'd have to be like 2 blocks down. Just so then yes, so then you can fit on the other fencing. I think because the game's using nausea, I think I'm going to make the game look really simple, because otherwise, if it's a really crazy pattern when you're like doing that weird warpy effect, I think you might actually feel sick. So I think I'm going to keep the actual looks of the game extremely simple, but then I'm just going to like change it up a bit and just have like the rest. So imagine this is the pit. Like I can fit under all these fencing, and I think that's going to be good. As I said, there'll be no punching because otherwise that's all that the game will just be about. But I think something like that would work. So I'll tell you what wood type? I think it should be made out of wood. But what wood type would be best to do? Because we've got spruce, birch, and jungle. I haven't really done a game out of jungle wood. I can maybe do jungle. I'll put like potential options here. Acacia. I haven't really done anything with acacia either. Pale could be nice because it might be not as sickly. Bamboo I haven't really done either. I feel like warped and crimson I'm going to ignore because if you're going back and forth, I feel like their colours are a bit too. They're a bit sickly. Hello, Bloodson. Welcome back. So I'll tell you what. I'll let you all decide what wood type we use. I don't want. Let's discard some. I don't want that or that because I feel like they're going to be a bit sickly on the eyes. I think cherry is a bit too bright to use. Acacia, honestly, might be. Yeah, let's discard acacia. Oak is an option. Spruce is an option. Birch, I think, is a bit too bright. So I think maybe birch will discard. There's nether brick. That one might be a bit dark though to see. Mangrove could be nice. Like maybe like mangrove paths. Because it needs to be easy to see without it being like too much on the eyes. So which wood type do you reckon? So we've got oak, jungle. Actually, jungle I think I'm going to get rid of because I think jungle is like any wood that's too bright. I think it's going to be a bit on the eyes when you're doing that effect. So like these are, I guess, the potential options, unless I'm missing any. Have I done dark oak? I'll put dark oak there as well. Bamboo and jungle could look nice. Let's see what they'd look like together. Like if I did like, say, a wall with them. That looks okay. What other woods have we got? Let's try bamboo and mangrove together. So how wide was this? 6 along? What about that? Well, that looks nice. The mangrove and the bamboo. That looks nice together. And then we've got pale. Let's pair. I don't think pale would look well with the bamboo. Like I think they're both a bit bright. Let's try pale and mangrove. See how that would look. Oh, well, that looks nice as well. That looks like a Target block. Looks nice. That looks like the logo for the Target shop. And then there's dark oak. What about like dark oak and bamboo? Actually, what about dark oak and that? That looks nice actually. It reminds me a bit of like chocolate. Looks a bit chocolatey. What about like we're going to try dark oak and mangrove and bamboo, sorry, weren't we? So let's give that a try. Oh, that looks okay. Oh, I'm stuck. What are the? We've got spruce and oak. I don't think I want oak. I think oak is nothing wrong with oak, but like I don't know. Oak, I always just because oak is used so much, I always just try and use other wood types. Um, dark. Let's try spruce, and I'll tell you what. Is this an easy way of doing it? That looks okay. Jungle and spruce. That looks nice. Bamboo, I feel like should go in the middle because it's lighter. That looks okay. What about dark oak? What about that and pale? Everything looks nice with the other pale wood. And then we've got dark oak and spruce. I think I'm abandoning dark oak. I think I'm kicking dark oak out because I feel like that might be a bit too dark on the eyes. I'm tempted to do. Oh, I do like dark oak and pale. Then again, Like, I'm trying to think about like what wood types have I not done before. Honestly, I might do we could do jungle and bamboo. Could work. So like if we had, I think let's just do a test with both bamboo fencing and jungle fencing. Which one looks nicer together? I think the bamboo ones, just because they've got like the little reeds on them. Are they actually taller than spruce one? Jungle ones? I don't think they are. I think it's just a visual like change on these. Okay, we'll go with jungle and bamboo, and we'll see how well that goes. So I could do bamboo fencing. The pit I could do out of jungle, maybe, or maybe I could even do like a different wood type. Let's just build this somewhere else. So let's say I don't really want to use jungle planks. What about jungle logs, like the stripped ones? What would stripped jungle logs look like? They do look a bit like. Oh, I don't really think. No, I don't like the look of the stripped jungle. I would do jungle like that, but it reminds me of my Crush game. What about bamboo? Because bamboo's quite funky. Oh, here we go. Maybe the waffle block will come in handy after all. Ooh, oh, that looks nice. And then strip. Fun fact: if I grab a bamboo plank, like there's no change if I have that. Like, look, you can barely see which one is which. Like, which one? Like, you've got to really like. I can see this one's the strip bamboo, but like they look like exactly identical. Maybe I could do like a checkered pattern between them. Well, that looks okay. And then could I carry that on there? Maybe I could then do jungle logs in the corners. I'm not feeling that. I like it with the bamboo. I think the bamboo looks really nice. Just dropped a pen. So let's see what that would look like using my dimensions. So 23 by 23. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then this would then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then this would then go to there. And then would then come across. The only thing is that this is going to have a roof of slabs. Okay, that looks okay. And then what would it look like if I did my alternating checkered pattern? Oops. That looks all right. And then if I then did, so I guess it'd be here, wouldn't it? Oops. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And then if I then did, would it be easy to do like the entire top row and then go to the bottom ones? I think it'd look okay. Then this looks all right. And then I think I'm always going to have the same end goal being exactly the same place, just so then that way then you always have to link it up with that one. There we go. Oh, that looks funky. I would try and make it like a little bit more than just a box. And then this, where was the mock-up we did with the slab? So how high was this? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 high with the other roof. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And then like I could then do the slabs. And let's do I guess bamboo slabs would make sense. Would the mosaics look okay? Actually what I could do is I could use a mixture of that and jungle. Let's try with some of these other wood types. What about with mangrove? Oh, see, that's quite striking. What do you reckon? Bamboo or jungle or mangrove? Because that's what it would look like with jungle. And that's what it would look like with mangrove. I'm kind of leaning towards the mangrove, personally. I think it looks nicer, and I think it's not as bland looking. So do you know what? I think we'll go with the mangrove ones. Let's just see what this looks like. I think this looks all right. Mangrove 100%. Good. I'm glad you said that. Oh, there we go. What was that noise? Was that this? Oh, it's a noise when you put slabs together. I've changed it. I didn't know that. And then I could always like put a pattern on the roof. There we go. It does look a bit boring though, doesn't it? Unless I could do like maybe some parts coming out the side. And then maybe I could put like lanterns on the top. And then I will do something on the roof, just so it's not like that. I think that looks all right. But the fencing would have to go on the third row, so they'd have to go on this row, wouldn't they? Is that right? Let me see how I did it here. So 1, 2, 3. No, so it can go on the bottom row, which is perfect because that's like this row, isn't it? So the fencing will come across like this, and then this will be your roof. It is a bit dark in here. I might do like maybe some lights in the walls or something. And then the end goal would be, say, here maybe, or maybe like in the middle here. I could do something. I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what I'll do. Because we've pretty much like got the game done, I think I'm actually going to call it a day for this. Just because we've done a lot of work, and I think ending it now would be good because it means that you've seen kind of like what the game is, like you know what it's using, what it's about. But like in terms of what it actually looks like yeah, you can kind of see, but I might end up just completely changing this by the time you actually see it. So it's like you still get like a surprise for that. So I think I am going to end it here. So let's just recap everything we did. So we started off playing around with snow golems and zombies, which then turned to camels and trying to see like what would happen when you're sat on them, and then what would happen when they sit down. And then after that, we then did lecterns, where we're playing around with changing the pages, which ended up then trying to be a maze game, which then didn't work. And then Bloodstorm came up with the idea of using pufferfish, which then we used with Nausea to see if we could get around a maze. That then turned to walls, then to fencing, then to iron bars. And then we were like faffing around with stripwood, and then now we've got this. So pretty productive. It has been useful though, because like as I said, now I've got like an idea for something, and it's like it's pretty much there. It just needs to just know what it looks like. So I'm going to do all of that, but I'm going to do that off camera just so it's like still a surprise for you all. But yeah, so that's pretty much going to be the end of this live stream. Let me know if like you want me to do more of these in the future, because I know it was a bit boring and a bit more technical. But like let me know if like you enjoyed this, and like if there's anything else that you'd like me to do, because I will have a go at doing that. But yes, that's going to be the end of the live stream. Thank you all for watching, and to